But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. A Merry Christmas. If you didn't catch us with our last show. And we have the best of the best talent in the building tonight. Introduce yourself, young man.
DJ T-Gut from Brooklyn. Originally from Virginia, but currently residing in Brooklyn.
That's what's up. He's in Brooklyn. He's in New York now.
But wait, you're not just a DJ, you're a producer also?
I do a little bit of production, but mostly focusing on DJing right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like, honestly, I want to tell the story because I know Cheryl was like losing her mind as well as I was. Let me just be honest with you. This was like a shot in the dark. I told him on the way here, when I hit him up on Facebook, this was literally, like I said, a shot in the dark. I said, you know what? Boom. This kid has something. There's star power there. Let me hit him up. Let's just see. Hey, my name is Iffy. I have my own show on StrongIsland.com. It's called Extraordinary Laww. Got to get you on the show. Please hit me up if you're interested. Blase, blase. Boom. The next day, got a text message from this young man. He's like, you left me a message. Just hitting you back. I was like, wait, what? Do you know who you are? You're a talented DJ.
Too much.
Too much. Listen, this was too much for me. I had a Colgate smile. I mean, it's just natural, but like Colgate smile from ear to ear. I said, we got to get you on the show. Are you down? He's like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, wait, what? You said what? You're down. He's here, people.
I appreciate y'all having me out. It's my pleasure, for real.
No, thank you. Like,
yes, it's like, thank you.
Yo, for real, thank you. Now, tell people, like, before you get into how you started and everything, tell people who you've toured with. Because before you do that, one of the people that he actually toured with, his show is sold out. And who was that? Action Bronson. Action Bronson's from Queens. Go ahead.
I mean, what do you want me to touch on? Me and Action, I just opened up in a show down in Florida. But as far as touring goes, I started out doing it with my dude Hi-Rez.
Okay.
And he's out of Fort Lauderdale. He's young on the come up.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
And through him, I was able to tour with King Los, Bad Boy Records, and that was huge for me. I grew up listening to him and his freestyles and everything, and then got the opportunity to be his DJ for a lot of his Becoming King tour, and that was really dope. And then after that, it led to a tour with Corey Guns from the Bronx, and obviously Young Money and all that, and that was another life changing. Like, just got to travel the country with some real cool people, and it was dope. And a little later in the summer, we did a little mini tour with Riff Raff down in Florida.
Oh yeah, Riff Raff.
That was something else, as you can imagine.
So wait, it's okay. I know. Look, put it this way, and I have my own opinion, and don't worry, this is just my own opinion. Riff Raff was on what show again? What was that? What was that show?
From G's to Gents.
From G's to Gents. He went from G's to Gents to now he's now a rapper.
How did you get started with DJing?
Originally, when I was 16 years old, I came up to Scratch Academy in New York, and they're located in Manhattan. They're at their third location now. It was founded by Jam Master Jay at Run DMC, and I just went up there. I was fortunate enough to get to go with TJ Mizell, who's his son, and he was a homie from like middle school, and we would go up and every summer just kind of go to New York and go to the Scratch Academy and get to learn from the best of the best, the top guys out there. And I mean, I was so fortunate to have that opportunity. And then from there, it was kind of, I would mess around in my bedroom, and then I got to college, and it was like, oh shit, like I could really do work here. And I went to ODU down in Norfolk, Virginia, and from there was a wrap. I started doing the house parties, and then moved up to the bars and the clubs, started doing events and concerts, and I had a great support team down there, a bunch of friends, and it really took off. It was really, I had like the original skills ingrained in me from the Scratch Academy when I was younger, and then had the whole turn up of the college scene. So
that's cool, man.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't it? Like,
That's amazing.
I mean, okay, now not for nothing, we have young talent on our shows, but like I like this. This is something. This is someone fresh. This is someone new. He's been out there. He's experienced, the life of a DJ, and he's only 22. Like, props to you, man, for real. No, seriously, I like that. Goal orientated, like Kid Exquisite, very smart. But so what were some of your influences, like growing up, music-wise, like whether it's rock, hip-hop, a mixture of everything? What were your influences? Was it family? What?
I mean, music had always been ingrained in me from a young age. I mean, even my parents, they always had music playing in the background and everything. But I took piano lessons when I was in like the 2nd grade, and then I played guitar for a long time. So I mean, there was always like the musical thing, but nothing really like stuck. Like I would always mess around. I always had the passion for it, but nothing really like stuck. And then I just got into DJing, and at first I got into it and I was like, I just want to make that like the scratch noise and everything, and that's what I did. That's how I got into it, just kind of through the raw turntablism. And then, like I said, I got to college and I saw the opportunity to really take that talent into parties and stuff, and be able to use that to get a crowd going and everything. So it really all just kind of happened naturally over the years.
That's pretty cool.
What kind of genres do you focus on? Do you do like a mixture of all of them, or do you do like mostly, hip hop, pop,
Yeah, I mean, I try to not box myself in, especially, I like to refer to myself as open format or party rock, just really whatever the crowd is. But I got into it spinning hip hop, classic hip hop, and then, just popular stuff. And then as the years, this EDM scene is really rising, so really got into that now, and kind of remixes, and I try to blend the two to try to satisfy all the audiences.
Do you do like the dubstep? Is it dubstep?
Dubstep.
Yeah, do you like do that?
There was a.
What does the dubstep mean anyway? Like, just to let everybody know that who does not know, what is the dubstep?
Dubstep is like a subgenre of EDM. It's very unique.
Yeah.
It's it kind of, I don't know. For me, it came and went. Like, it was popping for a short amount of time, and then now, trap is really taking over that space.
Yeah.
It's a similar BPM, but it's a little less offensive to the ears. I don't even know how I would describe it. I mean, it's got that like womp sound. That's pretty much the word associated with it is womp.
You know what's funny is that over the Christmas break, I was on Roadstar.
Okay.
And there was this one house that their lights went off of dubstep, and like every beat was like on point. And from there, I'm like, is that dubstep? Like the beat was like on point to the music that what they was playing, but is that like, now you say it's not really as popular now as before, but do you think that it would become popular as it was before in the future?
I don't think so. I think it came and went. I mean, it was all right while it lasted. I mean, it had its own scene, really, the electronic music scene, and it blew up and it exploded. But to a lot of people, they would hear it and be like, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I mean? Like, it's a really, like, I don't know. It can be an offensive sound, but it's dope. I mean, if you can open your mind to it, it's really cool. But like I said, there's this new kind of EDM trap wave coming in, and that's like, it's the same speed, but it's a lot less, like, there's a lot more dead space in the music, and I don't know. I think that's really gonna fill in the area that dubstep was filling, and then kind of go beyond that and really leak into the mainstream a little more.
Okay. Can we pull up one photo of T-Gut?
Now okay, you're laughing. So this was where were you, and for what show did you DJ for? What, like, who did you open up for? Like,
that's my dude Hi-Rez right there in the front in the red hoodie, and this was actually semi-recent out in Pittsburgh, 412, and showed us so much love out there. Like, really, it was one of our best tour dates, and we got to record with Tree J out in Mac Miller's studio and Wiz Khalifa's studio, and it was a really great experience overall. I laughed because I was pretty faded for
Well,
that
you
show.
know what's funny is, no offense at all, but what's funny is when I first looked at the picture, I'm like, this reminds me of 8 Mile. The way he dressed, it kind of reminded me of 8 Mile when Eminem was there. Like, you know.
You know what's so crazy, Cheryl? If you know if you go to Twitter, right? I saw that video that you guys have.
Which one?
There's a video that you
Which
guys
one?
have on Twitter. It's on. I think it's in your Twitter. And Hi-Rez is like you're all telling him to get up because you have to start like traveling to some location. I think you had like a sound check or something. And he's wearing glasses and oh gosh, he's wearing like a winter hat. He's messing around with you, like you guys are just joking around, but it was like a 9-minute video.
I don't know. That describes pretty much like every tour we've been on.
I caught it and I watched it.
I'm curious. I gotta go back.
I was
and
laughing
check,
my
but
ass off, like for real, like nonstop.
It's a good dynamic we got. Me, him, and his manager and I, Andrew Lieber from Nova Talent. We go way back to college days before I were really like heavy into the business that we're doing now. So the dynamic it's real cool. Like we're all really good friends. You know, along with being business partners as well. So.
Okay, cool.
Where are you looking forward to? Like, where are you looking forward to do? Like from here, are you still looking to go more tours? Are you trying to expand more to do other things?
Always looking to expand. Like I don't think that will ever not be a goal. But for more the short term, we definitely touring. Like in love with touring. It's like one of my favorite things about DJing. Just getting to travel the country, hopefully the world soon enough. We got a week out in Colorado coming up at the end of January, and that's with Hi-Rez, King Los from Bad Boy, and Jordan Hollywood. So we're all going out there. They always treat us real well also, and there's some new laws out there that were recently adjusted, so we're all looking forward to that too.
I knew you were gonna say that because when I heard you were faded, I was like, I know what he's talking about.
I mean,
they're waiting for you.
So I knew that symbol when you said faded.
So that's cool. Like, whew. So where did we go? LA.
So can we pull up another photo of By the way, I randomly picked the photos, so
yeah.
Oh, that's all good.
Don't worry, I told
I'm
him
curious
too.
to
He's
see
like,
what you got.
All right, so
Yeah, that's the same show.
Hi-Rez,
out in
right?
Pittsburgh, yup.
and this was where?
That's also in Pittsburgh. It's just a little figuring out the set list, impromptu. Pretty drunk also.
Now this one,
photo.
I love this photo.
I was a youngin' in this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Younger than you are now?
Yeah, I was like 19 using a fake ID.
I think
like,
when I looked at the picture, it said like a couple years ago, but I still like the picture. So
I love that picture, the angle, everything. Who was the photographer for this picture?
that was Elena Ellis of Evoking Photography.
Wow.
She's awesome. She's an amazing photographer. That was like a whole lifetime ago. I was 19 using a fake ID just to get in.
I haven't used a fake ID ever in my life. So.
I use my sister's ID, but nobody needs to know that.
And
but
the
anyway,
last one.
Yeah. The next picture. Where was this?
That's out in Richmond. That was at So RVA Fest at the National, and which is like the biggest venue out in Richmond besides like the arenas and stuff. So that was an amazing event as well. It was a whole festival. They had like paint bucket drummers and all kinds of stuff. I mean, a bunch of different acts, and it was really dope. It was a really cool event.
It's pretty cool.
So what DJs do you look up to when you do your music, like you do your DJing? Like what DJs did you look up to as a younger child?
Well, going to Scratch Academy, I was 16 when I went, knew nothing about DJing, and those guys there really, they showed me the ropes, and looking at that age, looking at what they were doing, I was like, it was crazy to me, like seeing what they were doing with their hands and like just the sounds they were making the turntables talk. I was like, what the? Like, it was crazy. And so ever since then, those have kind of been the guys that I've looked up to. Same guys. I mean, a lot of them are still over there. They moved up and everything, but really, and my dude TJ Mizell as well. We really came up together, and over the years we bounced new techniques back and forth. So really, of course there's the big guys like Qbert, and looked up to him and everything, and nowadays like A-Track, and but really, growing up, I really learned most from the guys around me.
Pretty cool. Now, have you ever well, this is something new. Have you ever heard of Audio Push?
Audio Push. Is it a blog?
No, it's a new rap duo.
Oh.
They're from California. They're on the rise as well. I thought maybe you would know them because at least maybe you.
It sounds familiar. It's probably just it's been a long day. So.
So, like, what was other than because you have like great experiences because you're traveling all over. What was your first experience where you realized like, oh my gosh, like I made it, like oh my gosh.
I'm far from that moment. I'm nowhere close to that moment.
No, you're close. Trust me, you are there. So if you had, just at least like give us like the first time like you were like, okay, I can't believe it. Like I'm behind the turntable and I'm doing this for like Action Bronson or Corey Guns. Like what was that feeling like?
Yeah, I guess if I thought about it, I don't know. It's hard to say. One of the most surreal ones was when we were on tour with Los, and he had his DJ for the first few shows and everything, and then his DJ ended up having to drop off the tour, or something happened where his DJ couldn't come to one of the shows, and he had been seeing what I've been doing. He's like, all right, we'll try this kid out or whatever. And it went so well. Like the vibe on stage was really well. And there was just one moment where I was like, damn, like I've been listening to this dude for like so many years, and here I am like dropping those tracks that I used to listen to. And that was a pretty surreal experience. Honestly though, like the best ones are when I'm in my college hometown, and it's like all my homies and friends that have been there since I was doing the house parties, and they know how hard I've worked to get to this point. And it's those events where it's like all my friends, and they're just turning up and going crazy, and really got to show love to all my friends that have been behind me since the start.
That's pretty cool. See, shout out to all his friends from
ODU.
All right, and Virginia, right? That's
Virginia, yeah, Northern Virginia as well.
So tell us a little bit more about your winter remixes that you posted.
Okay. Well, I've started a new partnership with DJBooth.net, and they're a very successful blog, mostly hip hop. And I'm kind of coming in as a new resident DJ, trying to bring, a little more DJ culture to their website. Really, the art of turntablism more, and also, it's a strictly hip hop website as of right now, and I'm kind of trying to, use the site as a channel to bridge the gap between, electronic remixes and hip hop, because a lot of the hardcore hip hop heads, they hear electronic music and they're like, man, like this bullshit is ruining the art or whatever. But like some of it's really dope, and some of it, it kind of brings the songs back to life that people have forgot about or whatnot. So I put together just a mini mix. It's about 45 minutes. It's on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/DJ
Did you hear that? You can keep saying as much as you want. Don't worry.
DJ TGUT. We'll get more promo later, but yeah, it's really all hip hop songs with a remix on it. It's not too heavy into the EDM, no dubstep, nothing too crazy. Just trying to bring a little taste of the EDM world without stepping on too many toes of the hip hop heads, like myself.
As a DJ, you guys like mix different. You guys do remixes to like popular songs,
yep.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Do you have to like get a copyright? Like, do you have to have permissions or any of that to like do remixes?
Well, technically,
Okay.
but
So
I don't know. I mean, the remix game is so like, there's so many DJs out
So
there right now
popular.
who have made a career off of making remixes, and not even selling the songs. It's like the remixes will get so big that the DJ's name will spread, and now they're getting booked for 5K a show across the country, and you know, it's really profitable, but at the same time, like, you don't even have to sell the song. So it's really hard for a label or an artist to come at you with these copyright accusations when you're not even directly making money off the track. You know what I mean? But it varies. Like, there's definitely cases where songs have been taken down, remixes have been taken down because they haven't got, you know, proper sample clearance and whatnot.
Have you ever been in that position where your remix got so big and then, you know, someone come to you and like, I want you to open for my show, or like?
Not so much in my remixes, no. My mixes have led to stuff like the one you just mentioned, and you know, a lot of my online content has grown into bookings, but not a remix specifically, no.
It's pretty good though. I mean, at least not with the, I guess, the remixing, but your actual talent. Like, somebody actually saw that you were like one of the best DJs, because this is exactly what I did.
Too nice.
So they saw you and like, yo, this kid has a halo around his head. He's talented. We gotta get him on the show. We gotta get him with us. Like, that's how it is though. For some people, it's just natural talent.
Thank
You're
you.
natural.
I mean,
When you're
I
on
appreciate
tour,
it,
when
you
you're
know.
on tour, how fast do you have to move from like one state to another state?
Yeah.
fast. I mean, it all depends on the tour, but fast. I mean, we've done 6 shows in 6 nights. I mean, we had one stretch where we drove from like DC to Arizona to Vegas to California, like all in the same week, and then drove from Cali back to DC in like a day and a half. I mean, it was, you know, some nights we're getting put up in like 5-star resorts and living like that luxury life, and then the next night we're in New Mexico on an Indian reservation, sleeping in the back of our car. Like, that's a true story.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we literally, one night we got put up in this fancy ass casino resort. You know, we gambled all our money away, and you know, killed the show and everything. And then we get we're on the way to the next show, and you know, we're real tired, and we're nowhere near anything. And you know, we pulled in the parking lot, and you know, just reclined the seats for a little bit, took a little nap in the middle of the desert, and I mean, it was all, you know, it's part of the struggle, but it's exciting,
Yeah.
you know, when you're just on the road and when you're in good company, you know, it's not too bad. So.
That's pretty good. See, I like that. You said it's part of the struggle.
Yeah, I mean,
So at least you
Yeah.
know what that means. Like, when you want it bad enough, the motivation
oh
is there.
yeah, I mean, I'm still at that stage. Like, I appreciate all the kind words and everything, but I mean, I'm very far from, you know, being at the level that I want to achieve, and I mean, like, very far. Like, so I'm still grinding every day, putting in, you know, treating it like a full-time job, and then some on top of working other full-time jobs, and then some.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's definitely a struggle, but it's very self-rewarding at the end of the day. You know, it's you know, when you see results from a lot of hard work, it shows you that you're doing the right thing.
That's right. No, honestly, it's funny that you said that, because me and Sharon, we talk about that like every day. Like, and we said this is going to be the year for us. Like, honestly, we're working full-time jobs, but also doing what we're supposed to do because we want it so bad. And when you want it so bad, it's gonna come. Patience is a virtue. It's not just a saying. Like, I know, you know, you hear that, oh, patience is a virtue. No, really, it really is. And when you want it bad enough, look. Honestly, no, we're boasting about you because we see that. We see
I
that
appreciate
you're going
that. I
to,
appreciate it.
honestly, you're really going to make it, for real.
You know what it is? Like, every morning when I wake up, I put a sign on my laptop. And every morning when I wake up, it says, you have to go through the bad to get to the good. Because what people don't realize, and a lot of people don't realize in the United States, period, is they expect you to just rush into fame, where they don't know every struggle that you have to go through to go there. Just like him with tour, like, you know, they have to wake up to go to the next state, to the next state. I remember my last fashion show. I had to be in Atlanta for the 29th. I left the 28th, and it was a 16-hour drive. And you know, that's what I think some people fail to realize is you have to sacrifice a lot when you're anything, a DJ, a musician, a promoter, a producer, a rapper, a singer, a clothing designer, whatever the case may be. So, you know, I respect you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you so much.
Really
It's
do.
like amazing.
I appreciate you guys having me out. You know, it's I'm new to the New York area. I've only been up here for about 5 months now, so it's good to expand my network, make some new friends.
Oh yeah.
Got a strong
absolutely.
island holding it down.
Like every show you have, just invite me. I'll be there.
We already made those deals already. Listen, people, we want him to be our permanent DJ. We're just putting it out there. Hint, hint. You're talented. You came to New York for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe in the stars were aligned in a certain way. But what brought you to New York though? Like, when did you make that move and say, you know what, I gotta get to New York?
Well, as I mentioned, you know, going to Scratch Academy like every summer since I was 16, it had always been an idea I'd kind of wrap my head around. And I mean, coming from Virginia, coming up to Manhattan, you looking at those buildings like, yo, like this is awesome. This is like unlike anything else in the world. And at the time, it was like all a dream. Like I could never even see myself living up here, making it up here. And then as the years passed, I kept coming up, and I'm like, all right, this is where the money is, this is where the business is. And you know, banged out my degree, got it in and out 4 years, and you know, went right on tour after I graduated. Like literally started the tour, came back to ODU for graduation, hopped right back on tour, and then toured all summer from the middle of May up until the end of August, and then finished tour, and I was like, well, I guess I'll move up to New York now.
So
And here I
from
am.
Virginia to New York, do you see like a huge difference in as far as like, you know, the DJ surrounding?
Yeah, the New York's got some real talent. Virginia does too. I mean, I got a ton of homies and like amazing DJs in Virginia, and you know, being down there, it's like I knew all of them though. I knew all, at least if I didn't know them personally, I knew who they were. If I walked in a club and I heard a dope DJ, I was like, oh, okay, like that's, you know, BTYM or whoever. And up here, it's like everywhere I go, every DJ is fucking amazing. Like it's crazy. And you know, the DJ scene is kind of, you know, it's a hot thing to do right now, is be a DJ. And you know, that's unfortunate in a sense because it kind of oversaturate the scene. But New York's got a ton of just great authentic DJs, and you know, you could look at it as a bad thing, like where am I gonna fit in? But I just look at it as, you know, competition, or just the bar is that much higher. And I don't want to, you know, I could have stayed in Virginia, made a name for myself in the next few years, and you know, kept going. But I'm trying to be a shark in the ocean. You know what I mean? Not a big fish in a small pond.
But you know what? If you believe that,
This is my
you know,
jam, by the way.
oh, this one, it is, yeah, it's my song too. But but if you believe that, okay, like you just said, you know, you're there's talent out there, there's competition, whatever. If you eliminate that out of your mind and you just go with the flow, things are gonna happen the way it was set to happen.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I'm a big believer, like you said, everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer in God, and I mean, everything's kind of happened, you know. Like I've had it mapped out that I wanted to be a DJ, but that's about it. And everything else, you know, I've kind of just followed the path. And even tonight, you know, it was kind of like, I didn't know you when you hit me up. I mean, you know, it was random, but you know, I had a good gut feeling, and it's a good opportunity, and I just and here I am, and you know, it's a great studio, great company as well. So
Aw, thank you so much.
You got me blushing.
Yeah, for real. I was blushing when he texted me like, "I'm hitting you back because you messaged me." I was like, "Wait, what?"
I mean, I'm not on the like superstar like too good to hit you back or anything. Hit me up in 5 years maybe. I mean, y'all got it in good now because I'm nothing right now. But
So that was my next question. 5 years from now, even though you can't really predict your future, 5 years from now, where do you where do you want to see yourself?
Rich, definitely with some money. I love DJing. It's my first passion, but I'm also a businessman. And my degree was in marketing. I did no music in my schooling, and definitely want to pursue the business side of the game too. And I want to keep this DJ thing going as long as I can. I love it. I mean, like I said, it's my first passion. It's how I got into it. But there's my mom once told me that all successful people, like the super rich people, they have 5 strong sources of income. So I want to have that DJ as a strong source, bringing in money that way. But I also want to have artists that I manage. I also want to be in talent booking. I mean, the possibilities are endless. As of right now, I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing where it takes me. But I'm working with some really good people up in New York right now. The DJ booth team, TJ, Mizell, Clayton Barmore, the whole Dope Roots gang, and just got a lot of good stuff going on. So I'm excited to see where it takes me.
I'm excited for you. Me and Cheryl are definitely excited for you because, like, I don't know, it's a gift. I don't want to say I'm a psychic now, but like when we see people and we see talent, like I get excited. And I don't know about anybody else, but I just have like this excitement about it because I can see it. Like I can actually see you like having like you sitting on Shady 45, like how Kanye West did that craziness.
Yeah.
I can see you sitting next to
got
Sway.
the answers.
If you saw the first show, I was going ham with that whole thing and that whole skit.
That was something else, man.
It wasn't it? Listen, we're not going there, but I can see you sitting next to Sway, and Sway is somebody that I admire.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Definitely look up to him. And he's a real humble guy, and that's kind of what you gotta look for. A lot of people's egos are really inflated in this business, and some deserve to be, and others, they just kind of get put in the right situation and think that they can talk down to you and whatnot. So it's good to see someone that high up still keeping it real.
That's what I like, and at the end of the day, no one is too cool for school. So
exactly.
Come on now, let's be humble. If you're humble from day one, just follow through. Honestly.
So what's your next event or project that you're going to be working on?
Well, I got the Colorado shows coming up. We're doing a little mini tour up there. And let me think. Right after that, heading down back to Norfolk for ODU, Norfolk, Virginia. And I got a show down there. It's more of an EDM show, but I haven't been back since I moved out. So cannot tell you how excited I am to get back down there and just see all the homies and all my old roommates. And I got best friends from kindergarten down there, so it's gonna be like, you can tell like I'm really excited to get back down there. And, even my old dog that used to live in the apartment with us. It's just I got a whole family down there I haven't seen in a while. So
that's cool. So wait, when you get to Colorado, other than doing your thing, are you going to ski? Do you know how to ski?
I've been snowboarding a couple times, and I mean that could have gone better, but I don't know. It'll probably be a lot of business out there. But you never know. I'm down for whatever. So.
And you're from what part of Virginia?
Originally from Northern Virginia, like right outside of DC, and then I moved down to Norfolk to go to ODU, and that's really like. My heart is in Northern Virginia, of course, because that's where I was born and raised. But, Norfolk is really where I had my music come up, where I really started DJing and got a ton of influence down there. I mean, you got so many successful artists coming out of that Virginia Beach, 757 area. So, I feel just as much from there as I do from Northern Virginia.
Who's like the main people that you work with? And like, do you have a huge crew, or do you just mainly work with a few selected people?
It's hard to say. I like to always be expanding my network, and I have a ton of people that I work with. But as far as like serious business, I have like a select few different groups that I like to keep it in. But I'm always looking for new opportunities and everything. So, I'm not quite at the no new friends stage yet. But
no new friends stage.
Have you ever been in that situation where someone contacts you and you guys discuss business or whatever, and you feel like they like fuck you over a little bit?
Yeah, jerk you.
Oh my god.
It happened.
Time and
Do you
time
have
again.
like one main story that like
Yes,
it
please share.
happened? You don't have to name
I
no
don't.
names.
They're
You don't
like.
have, you don't have to put the government out there. Just give us an
I don't even know. Like, you're about to see me get heated if I start going into some of these stories.
just one good one, because we've all had that experience, but just let people know that this can happen. This is part of the game. This is part of the entertainment.
I mean, I've been, excuse my language, but I've been shit on time and time again, just trying to get respect, and you learn what to take and what not to take. But one thing comes to mind, I was working for this company in DC area, and I was home on summer break, and I was really trying to expand my brand out in DC. And so he's like, yeah, we got all these locations, and check them out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check them out. And he's like, you might have to pay a cover or whatnot. And I'm like, all right, it's no problem. And so I get there, and it's like super late at night, and I'm just trying to pop in, pop out. It's like 1 o'clock. Bars were about to close in like an hour or two anyway. And so I go to the bouncer. I'm like, hey, I'm with blah blah blah. And I want to drop their name so bad, but I won't. And he's like, well, like, so you're just with the, like, are you a DJ for them? I'm like, well, I'm scoping out their scene and everything. So he's like, all right. So he lets me in, literally don't even have a beer, literally pop in, check out the situation, walk right out. And then I thought it was over. I get a call the next morning, and it's the head of the company literally just cussing me out. Like, you're going to drop our name to try to get in the club for free? Like, you think you're that cool that you can just run around town, like, dropping our name, just, like, cussing me out? And I'm like, yo, like, I'm trying to help you out. Like, I was doing you a favor. But, see what I mean? I'm getting a little too worked up. But, that it's just small. That probably doesn't even seem like that big of a deal. But it's just, people can be very insulting.
Yeah.
When it can be insulting when people don't have a lot of respect for you when you're busting your ass on a daily basis trying to make it,
Yeah.
Those are the type of situations where you don't want to rethink it. You just like put
Yeah,
it behind
exactly.
you.
You do want to put it behind you, but it's like.
But then it also can be like that other individual keeps bringing it up, like
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah.
It just like makes you just relive it.
Yeah.
Or they're not. It's like the person does not understand where you're coming from, or they do and they just don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also I was a little younger at the time, and as you said, I'm still pretty young, but it's hard being a young dude trying to make it in these scenes where it's dominated by people in their 30s and above. And honestly, like, even in the hip hop scene, it's hard being like a young white dude trying to make it in these scenes that are predominantly black dominated, and it's just kind of like, but you get past that, and it's like, okay, you can judge me from the get-go, but you'll hear me DJ for 20 minutes, and you'll shut your ass up.
Have you ever been in that situation where it was like a black dominant?
I mean, there's always situations and this and that. I mean, I don't like to go tick for tack. It's people see me in any situation. Like, it could happen. If a black dude walks into a country concert, like Darius Rucker, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? And then you see him do his thing. It's like, oh, word, shouldn't have said shit.
Yeah. No, you're right though. But you know what? I mean, it's 2014. It's a new year. I know there's still ignorance out there, but you're doing your thing, and that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know that
I mean,
you're
I got love for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
literally everyone. I don't hold anything like I said. I don't go tick for tack with any of that. I don't. The only thing that bothers me is if you blatantly disrespect me when you had like no room to, and You know, that's no race or anything. That's just, you know, that's just human.
That's just human.
That's like human, yep. But I don't want to miss that train.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we gotta go yet. You know the area a little better than me.
Well, do you want to give a shout out to anyone before you go?
Yeah, shout out to Nova Talent, Hi-Rez, the whole Dope Groups, TJ and Clayton, that whole team, all my guys down at ODU and all my guys from Northern Virginia, and just really everyone that's gotten behind me. I've had a really good support team throughout the years. Really haven't had a lot of haters, so that's how I know that I still got a ways to go, because I haven't accumulated enough haters yet. So you know, hopefully this will get some people talking shit or something.
You know what it is? Don't worry. Even if they're not, don't worry about the haters.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, if everyone's praising you, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
that's better than having haters.
I'm very blessed to have the support that I have, and you know, maybe there has been hate, and I've just kind of tuned it out. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and you know, it's been great talking to you guys, and I really appreciate you guys having me out.
And where can the viewers see you before you leave, so that when they watch this, they know where they can?
Okay. All my sounds, like my mixes and my production, it's SoundCloud.com/DJ Tgut, and that's DJ TGUT, no dashes, underscores, any of that. And that goes for all my social networks: Twitter, Facebook, everything /DJ Tgut. It's all across the board. And yeah, message me on any of those for any bookings or questions, or you know, if you just want to say what up.
You heard it here on Extraordinary Laww. And wink, wink, we're hoping that he's here every Thursday.
I wish y'all would relocate a little closer to Brooklyn.
You never know. But, you know, maybe we can just take LA and put him in our bag. So, you know.
I would love to do some
on-site
stuff with you guys, you know, bring you out to some events and really do some branding with that.
We're down to do that with you every event.
Word.
Me and Cheryl are at your beck and call. We are in your pocket, your knapsack, your sneakers, your hat, anything. We're there. We're definitely down. Honestly, it was like a pleasure.
No, my pleasure. Thank you so much for
Honestly.
bringing me out. You guys made me feel really cool tonight. So
God bless him. God bless him, America. This is our year. And everyone, don't forget, January 23rd, which is a Thursday, we have the Freshman 2014 performing at Revolutions in Amityville. We have Kid Exquisite. We have Apollo. We have Montana Mero. We have Tay Best. And we have a hippie guide. This showcase is going to be insane. You need to be there. This is people on the rise. Artists on the rise. Like we have our DJ here on the rise. This is the new generation, people. Wake up. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm being so like in your face right now, but have to. Wake up. Open your eyes. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I don't know what to say after that.
Oh, yeah. Inspire clothing. Inspire clothing.
Yes, inspire clothing.
I had my amp again, everyone. I had my amp energy drink. I'm on it. I'm popping. Might be twerking, maybe. Miley Cyrus doing it. What else you want to say?
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night, guys.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
I gotta catch the train. But I wish we could keep going.
So everyone have a great night. Tune in next Thursday for Extraordinary Laww at 11 p.m.
Love you guys. Love you, LA.